Hey guys, you already know it's your boy Kevin aka K-Man1 coming at you with some hype monthly content. Let's check it out. 41k. That's not very good at all, I would say. But the real content here of what you want to see is that dank experience. I said I would include a link to the experience rates in the last episode, but I figure I'll go ahead and dedicate this episode to the monthlies, specifically God Statues, Troll Invasion, and of course, the Tutorial Island Oyster. I mentioned maybe wanting to wait until the end of the month to cover them again, but I think I would rather go ahead and get it out of the way, and macro efficiency wise, it's kind of a toss-up which one's better, but I can't say for sure what I'm going to be planning on doing for the remainder of this month and whether it will revolve around fishing or any other skills involved in the monthlies. So I'm just going to go ahead and show them, give some sort of explanation for wherever it's necessary, and otherwise kind of, just do the monthlies. Anyways, I'm going to finish fishing up. I should get a fishing level from this, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I think I'm just going to meet you at whatever monthly I decide to do next. The next monthly I want to show off is these rough stone blocks. If you go up to them and pick build scaffolding, then you can choose a character within the game that you will turn into a statue. And depending on the area, you can either get Prayer or Slayer XP. I'm going to go for Prayer XP because 70 Prayer is a goal that I have in the near future, and Slayer experience is free for one, and really easy to get for another. But anyways, the sculptor will give you some basic ideas of what types of scaffolding you need. So for instance, this one is 16 total pieces of scaffolding. The lowest you're going to need any is 2 pieces high, and the highest you're going to need is 5 pieces high. So the best strategy to do this is to get all of them up to the lowest, and then just increase 2 or 3 to the maximum. And then you're going to click this button to ask the sculptor, and he'll give you feedback on which ones need to be raised, which ones need to be lowered, and he will tell you, oh, that one's too high, that one's too low. And essentially it's kind of like a really short puzzle, and it's not that difficult, but it's fine, and I can show you the experience drop. But once you're down to just 2 left, you just want to keep going 1 down, 1 up, and when you're correct, there will be a little green circle that appears around the builder's icon up at the top. So you go ahead and click that. I have it set to skip the cutscene, so it'll just go right to the XP drop for me. 2300 construction experience isn't great, but for the fact that I was only level 35, it's a decent chunk. It's not bad. But the real win here for me is the prayer experience, which also isn't that good. Yeah. Monthlies all scale with your levels, so since I have low levels, Anyways, I will go ahead and show you each of the different locations, but I'm not going to show you another building process. The next one is just south of Yanel and just north of, I forget the name of the town. I think it's Uglog is further south. Gutenoth, I think that's the name of it. Anyways, you can build here, and the correct one for prayer experience is Grardor. Praise to the Big High War God. Next one is right here between Burthorpe and Taverley, right by the altar where you get the Druidic Ritual quest. And for prayer XP here, you're going to want to pick Juna. And the last one is right by the Canifis Lodestone, and for prayer, you're going to want to pick Krill Tsutsara. So all told from that monthly, I got just shy of 4 construction levels, and I finished up a prayer level. And I should mention that there is one more god statue in the Elf City Prifddinas, but in order to do that, you need to complete the quest, which is called, I have quests that I can't start hidden, but it is called Plague's End. And I just want to go ahead and show you the requirements for the quest. I have literally none of them. So I'll get to it when I get to it. And the final monthly that I'm going to be doing is Troll Invasion, which is here in Burthorpe. I'm probably going to go ahead and speed this up and post-commentate because it does take a few minutes, but I am going to be doing it in hard mode. And it should be a little quicker, and I shouldn't have any trouble finishing it. I'm just going to make sure everything is set up how I need it to be. And this should be pretty simple and straightforward. The reason I'm using water spells is because the trolls are weak to water spells, and defense isn't that big a deal right now, but it's better to have it than not. Anyways, cue the fastest motion. So I've kept referring to Troll Invasion as a mini fight caves, and I should probably elaborate on that a little bit. For those of you who are unaware, fight caves is a mini game, mini quest thing that you can do in Karamja, specifically in the Tizar city. And essentially what it is you fight through giant waves of enemies, and they all have different attributes, and when you get to the end, there's a big boss named Jad, and when you beat him, you get the fire cape. And it's a really good melee cape. I'll get to it when I get to it. Don't expect it anytime soon. And this is kind of similar, except instead of Jad, it's a weird troll guy named Cliff, and instead of interesting and unique enemies, it's all trolls. All of them are trolls, and none of them are very difficult. With a tier 75 weapon and being like 95 combat, it was a total breeze. For me anyways. Alright, I'm finished, and guess what skill I'm putting it in? It's agility. Of course it's agility. What else would it be besides agility, you fool? I finally saved up enough Dungeoneering reward tokens for the split dragon tooth necklace. I know that there is a stronger version, but it requires like 90 prayer and 90 Dungeoneering, and that's quite a ways off for me. So I will be buying this one in the interim, and I don't have enough prayer for it. I hate the fact that I had to cave in and come here to the Chaos Altar and use Dragon Bones, but I always forget that Daemonheim items have requirements outside of the Dungeoneering tokens required to use them. Maybe I'm just dumb, I'm not gonna rule that out, but I don't know. Kinda seems like a scam to me, personally. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up 60 prayer here at the Chaos Altar. It should only take like 20 minutes, give or take. Alright, here is the Split Dragon Tooth Necklace. Very useful item, gives prayer bonus, restores prayer based on burying bones, including with the Bone Crusher and the Tuned Ectoplasmator. All really good stuff. I know that prayer is something that a lot of people are just like, oh, just train prayer, just get it up. But if you look at it, I've got to get 460,000 experience, and with Dragon Bones costing about 1800 each, it's gonna cost me a couple mil to get up to 70. So I want to try to alleviate that cost as much as possible through Slayer and a couple other methods that I have in mind that I'm gonna try out and see how good they are. I'll let you know about those once I'm able to do them, but my new primary goal is going to be getting the Wilderness Hard Diaries done. It's the hunter grind that's really killing me. I'm capping at about like 100,000 XP per hour right now, and yeah, it's going to take me a couple hours of hunter to get the level I need, but it should only be a day if I can really dedicate myself to it. Woodcutting's not a problem, and herblore will be like an hour, so it's all fine and dandy, I guess, but, you know, these are the sorts of things that you have to do. Plus there are a couple quests I need to take care of, but those are pretty easy and pretty straightforward, so I'm not too worried. So I finally got a Kurask's task, and fun little behind-the-scenes look. I actually thought it said Turoths, and I had to kill like 15 of them before I realized what was up. Anyways, I'm killing the, I forget the proper name of it, but the Kurask in the Polnivneach Slayer dungeon, and there really aren't any mechanics to this, and by this point in your account, you're probably able to take it down with whatever style you feel like, especially if you have the full Slayer helm. And I guess it spawns minions, but none of them attacked me until I had it at like 10 HP, so at that point, like, the fight's over. You didn't help your guy yet. I don't know, seems a little easy to me. I've been sitting on about 900 Slayer points for a while, so I decided to upgrade my Slayer Helm, which gives it better defensive stats and a little bit better offensive stats. And the next thing that I'm going to be spending it on is faster killing blows, which I need 75 Slayer for, which I also need gargoyles. Ooh, just barely missed that level on Hunter. Well, I guess it's still technically on screen, so I didn't really miss it. That's 67 Hunter, which is one of the requirements for the Wilderness Hard Diaries. And I've been doing it here at the Viridian Skill Chompos. The reason that I put off doing this for so long and why my Hunter has stayed so consistently low is A, because low-level Hunter is the worst, and B, because higher agility levels give you a chance at catching multiples at a time, and it's only at 64 agility that you're guaranteed at least 2 skill Chompos per successful box trap, which bumps up your experience rates by a crazy amount. So fortunately I was averaging like 90 to 100,000 XP per hour, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call the video here with that level. I know I still have a handful of requirements for the Wilderness Hard Diaries, but I need time to collect clips and make videos possible, and if I want to keep up bi-weekly releases, then this is just the kind of stuff I have to do. Anyways, I want to go ahead and say thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next one, where I finish up the Wildy Hard Diaries and hopefully get at least a little bit closer to 75 Slayer. I've got 350,000 experience to go. Who knows how long that's going to take.